Hey everybody, it's Glidercat and it's time to play. Today we're going to start a Let's Play on Going Medieval, and you can see here in the top right, I'm using the early access version. I actually had access to the play test, which was a little while ago, but I could not actually play and record because I wasn't feeling good, and then the play test went over really fast. Anyway, I was able to get a key from the developers, so I definitely appreciate them granting my request. And I haven't watched any videos. I launched the game like once and poked around for 5 minutes, so I'm coming in pretty darn cold. Let's look at the options real quick. Anything here that stands out we need to worry about? That is not my resolution. Let's do this just for the heck of it. And what else do we need here? This looks all fine. All right, we'll keep that audio fine. Game, normal. Ooh, Fahrenheit. Let's do that. Autosave every day. Sure. UI scale normal. Camera sensitivity. Oh, we'll keep an eye on the mouse. Sometimes the mouse when I record is very, very sensitive. So we can come in and maybe turn that down. The rest looks pretty good. Keyboard configuration. Maybe we'll come back into this to learn keystrokes. But I don't want to scroll through that and look at that right now. The tutorial may explain some stuff to us. Let's jump into a new game. And we've got, let's see, 3 modes. Standard, your settlement will experience enemy raids as well as environmental events. Raids occur at steady intervals. Their difficulty adapts as you progress. What else we got? Peaceful, there are no enemy attacks. Choose this game mode if you prefer to focus on constructing your settlement and taking care of your settlers. Nah, survival, raids happen frequently. I think we'll pass on all of that. Let's go for standard. And then difficulty, I'm going to change this to, should we just do normal or easy? The YouTuber in me says easy. The gamer in me says just keep normal. We'll stick with normal. All right. Let's keep going. All right. We got some stuff to read here. It says starting conditions, a new life. Each settler has a story about the past they left far behind. But now this tattered group has a common goal: to build a new home together. Recommended scenario for first-time players. Okay, start in the spring. We'll probably go with this. I don't even need to read all these. Looks like we get some good starting supplies. Lone wolf. This one says this settler starts alone with meager resources and the harshest of conditions. Okay, start in winter. And then add new. You can create your own scenario. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, very cool. You can pick your own season, the number of starting settlers. There's probably some conditions here we can add. Not going to dive into that, but it looks fairly extensive. We'll go with new life. That's what they recommend for newbies. All right, now we need to pick our settlement name, Snodland. Let's go with, we'll pick one here. Eaglethorpe, that sounds good enough to me. We could type one in, I believe, but we'll stick with that. And then this heraldry's got a little cat on it, so I think I'll keep that. Map type valley. Valley is plentiful vegetation, fertile soil, and clay, moderate amounts of limestone, and lesser amounts of gold, silver, iron, and salt. Hillside is uneven terrain, suitable for a good defensive position, a fair amount of limestone and clay, and a moderate amount of fertile soil and vegetation. Doesn't really talk about the other ores. And then mountain, plentiful limestone, gold, iron, and silver, lesser amounts of fertile soil, clay, and vegetation. Let's go with what they started us with, valley. Map size, default size. Doesn't look like we have options for that yet, at least not in this scenario. Random seed. Sure. Ooh, yeah, let's see. We can, that looks fine. Well, I could spend all day. I'm not going to. That looks interesting. Let's just go for it. I don't want to spend too much time on that. All right, here's our settlers. It looks like we can randomize these as well. Oh, we randomize the names. Sure, or I can change them. All right. Skills, animal handling. Let's see, I'm going to just randomize this. That's just the name, right? That's fine. And let's just see. We can randomize the picture of them. That's fine. Sure. Oh, and the name changes when you do that. Background: despicable field doctor. By day, Edgar tended fallen troops, but at night, the rank threat of battlefield dysentery and marsh fever invaded his sleep. Bad air from bloated corpses was the stuff of nightmares. Of the four horsemen, Edgar dreaded pestilence the most. When the world changed, Edgar took to the hills on a rampage as order crumbled. Born to privilege, Edgar gathered a vile band of ruffians and killed and burned at will. He was exhilarated by chaos, amused by desecration, and not to be underestimated. All right, a little dark, but that's all right. Medicine plus 12, melee 13. So he is a doctor. I guess that doesn't hurt. I don't know that we're able to randomize that. Pseudonym: the Hanged of Hale. It is told that Edgar survived death by hanging. As the hangman pulled the lever and the rope jerked, Edgar expected the end. But the rope suddenly snapped. As God willed it, some said, crossing themselves. Mining plus 3. Okay. We'll learn about what that is. Looks like some kind of buff. Religious alignment: restitutionist, zealot. This settler requires considerable religious activity to stay happy. They don't drink alcohol. The need for alcohol never changes. They require a church of restitution, shrine, or chapel for their religious observances. Okay, religious alignment goes from left to right. And they're talking about this bar here, I think. This little bar where I'm moving my mouse. Oak Brethren Zealot on one side, all the way over to a restitutionalist zealot. And he is a restitutionalist zealot. So I guess that bar is all the way over, I suppose. I'm not sure how to interpret that. All right, age 32, weight 70 kilograms, and height 188 centimeters. I'm just giggling because it's got the metric units here when I chose the temperature to be Fahrenheit. So those are unrelated, I suppose. And then it's got all these skills here. I don't see... Okay, we got some perks to look at. Fair. Who's the fairest of them all? Edgar, of course. His natural charm makes it very hard for anyone to say no. Okay, so he's got a charm perk here. So all kinds of little boosts and buffs here, it looks like. Robust. Edgar appears unassailable, bouncing back swiftly from injuries that would put others in the grave. Hit points recovery plus 15%. Motor function 10 and wound regeneration 15. All right, well, he's not going to be out in battle too much, I don't think. We'll see. I don't know much about the game. Most skilled in animal handling is... Okay, this is for the group skills. What? Okay, animal handling. Okay, this is showing his individual skills and then how the group is doing. And then I guess this is telling me who's the most skilled in each one of these areas. Is there medicine? Okay, most skilled in medicine is Edgar. That makes sense. And it looks like he's the only person. All right. Yeah, this is taking a little bit of time to get through. Let's just take a quick look at AY. Maybe change the name to Loretta. Christina is fine. Religious alignment. There we can see like it's almost like a progress bar here. Oak Brethren Zealot. I don't know that we can change these. I don't think so. We can try. Oh, we can. Okay, so this is changing the whole everything. Who they are as a person. This is just changing the name. This is changing the whole role. All right, what do we got here? A butcher, culinary, animal handling, and carpentry. That might not hurt to have a butcher. We got a doctor, right? Despicable field doctor. All right, whatever that means. And then a penitent butcher. Let's keep the butcher. Mark knew animals inside and out. As benefits, a member of the Butcher's Guild. He had a gentle way with all beasts and dealt their fate swiftly. Mark knows how to prepare exotic cuts fit for a king, which peasants have never tasted. In the wake of death and terror, Mark acquired a cap marked with a red cross. It was a memento of months spent marching naked, one behind the other. Each whipped their naked, bleeding bodies with scourges spiked with nails. God is merciful, God is just, they wept. Wow. Little on the dark side. Okay, culinary 12, animal handling. Yeah, we just saw that. Pseudonym is the kitten of Cockshoot Competon. Cute, soft, endearing. Mark is certainly adorable, and people flock to his to pet him. But beware, Mark also has claws and often leaves a trail of destruction behind him. Speechcraft +3. Got some other buffs here. Sunseeker. Mark comes alive when the sun is shining. A few golden rays is all it takes to bring out the best in him. Okay, that must be like his morale or something. Although I don't see like a little perk underneath that. Like we do here with movement speed and global work speed. Okay, here's a bad skill. Sluggardly. Always tardy, always tired. Mark is short on punctuality and is slow to get things done. All right, that's fine. I'm not going to spin around to find the perfect people. Age 27, weight 106. Sure, all looks good. Fine. Last one, Lucas. What do we got here? Chef. We don't need two, so let's get it something. Shipwright. Peddler. Is this like a market person? Let's see. Traveler Giliana carried needful supplies on her back like a snail, toiling between remote hamlets. This insular indwellers were always suspicious, or the insular indwellers were always suspicious. Each time Giliana sweet-talked them into trusting her so that the bargaining could begin. In the wake of death and terror, Giliana pledged fealty to King Edmund, who was ordained to rule and bring England back into harmony and balance. Giliana would gladly put anyone who disagreed with her to the sword. Death would be swift and merciful. Speechcraft, smithing, mining, those look like good skills. Why not? Okay, heat resistant, even in scorching conditions. Giliana can take the heat. She loves working in the sun. All right, she's going to be a blacksmith in the sun, I guess. Giliana often sees things from a new angle and thinks differently from most. She's a problem solver. Intellectual +3 and XP gain +10. We'll take it. All right, good enough. That's our starting crew. What do I got? Some more choices here. Eaglethorpe. That's our settlement. Here's our settlers. There's our little crest here over on the right side. There's our settings. So this is just like a confirmation. We've seen all of this. Show the tutorial tips. Yes, please. Let's embark. All right. Looks like we're loading. All right. A new life. The plague has ravaged the British Isles, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. Untold millions went to an early grave, and those left standing were plunged into poverty, brutally scarred by the horrors that they had witnessed. Nothing would ever be the same again. As the earth quickened in spring of the year 1353, Edgar, Mark, and Giliana set off into the wilderness to claim a piece of land as their own, as was their right in the eyes of God and under the law. Here, they may lay down the foundations for some kind of future. Perhaps hope will follow. Mark is confident, defiant even. We will make this work. We will take our share of the land. We will build there, and we will defend it. Many have tried, some have fallen, beset by bandits, defeated by drought, yet many have also prevailed. Have faith. The place we found will stand centuries from now. Our descendants will be there still. After many travails, they arrived in a valley with golden plains, cut through by a snaking river. For Giliana, it conjured visions of bountiful harvests, song and wine, a place to put down roots, a homeland. They decided to call it Eaglethorpe. Very cool. Click to continue. All right, here's our folks. Welcome to Going Medieval. Please bear in mind the game is under heavy development. This means that the game will have some bugs, unacceptable, and unfinished systems, unacceptable. You can consult the almanac for help and tutorials. I'm sure we will. Let's hit next. All right, camera controls, your typical WASD. Mouse wheel to zoom, tilt with the center mouse button. And num5 will reset the camera to its initial position. All right. Alternate controls, use the arrow keys. I don't think we need to worry about those. Boom. World layers. You can shuffle between layers and building floors. So this is kind of cool. There's multiple levels here to this game. You can dig down and build up. Okay, use the up or down layer buttons in the top left corner, or use Z and X. All right, that's kind of convenient. And then Control plus mouse wheel will also do it. That's probably even more convenient. Control plus primary click or left click on any object or the ground to jump to that given layer. Tip, this is useful for customizing multi-story buildings. All right, we'll see how that goes. Game speed controls, you can speed up time, click on speed keys. 1, 2, 3, spatial pause, pretty common. And you can give, what the heck's going on over here in the picture? Because they're really sweeping away. you can give orders, place buildings, and draft while the game is paused. We'll be doing that because that's how Glidercat plays. Tip: this is especially useful if things get hectic. All right, pretty self-explanatory there. All right, I hit the next key. At least I thought I did. Now, I don't know if I'm waiting for something to load or if I need to dismiss this entirely. It looks like maybe I need to dismiss this entirely. All right. Let's hit that pause key and take a look at our GUI. We're halfway through the episode. We haven't moved a muscle. All right. All right. So we got a bunch of supplies, obviously. All kinds of stuff just piled in piles here. We won't go through all of it. There are our people on the left side of the screen. Let's see what we got here. Jobs, schedule, manage, research, and region. We'll look at those in a second. What is this? View one layer up. So that must be the map control they were talking about. One layer down. Okay, what is this in the middle? This must be the layer that we're on. 16 of 16 or something. Hide the roof elements in order to see inside. Okay, these are like overlays. Hide treetops. Ooh, look at that. Boom. All right. So these are all different overlays. Show item indicators. I'll have to come back to that. I'll probably forget those. We are paused. Here we go. We got spring, day 1. Ooh, what is that all about? Time, date and time details. Days from start to 0. Year split into 4 seasons that last 12 days each. All right. Spring, moderate temperature. Looks fine. I'll let you guys read this as well. I'll hold it up here for a second, but I don't want to read everything. You guys are going to get tired of hearing me. But we got the 4 seasons. All pretty much what you can expect. No big surprises there. 7 hours. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. I guess we're 7 hours in. There's our temperature. It's clear. Historical records. View statistic and historical records of your settlement. Don't care. Almanac. That I do care. We're going to be looking at this probably quite a bit. I think this is going to be our main tutorial. Close that for now. What else we got? Oh, bug reports. If we run into bugs. And then screenshot mode. Oh, close. And what else we got here? Options. That probably takes us back to the main menu and stuff. Very good. Resume. Okay, nowhere to store resources. Place a stockpile so that your settlers have somewhere to store resource piles. And then we've got settlers are idle. Ileana, Mark, and Edgar. You should probably find them something productive to do. What do we got here on the bottom left? We got our base. This looks like building menus, right? Looks like it. So construction for our base, walls and floors, and roofs and stairs and windows and doors. Very good. Okay, production buildings, butcher, campfire, and resource table. Furniture, yep. Leisure, wooden restitutionist shrine. Yeah, we're going to need one of these, right? At least one of our people. Matter of fact, I think we need both these shrines. I seem to recall the wooden oak and restitutionist. And then a backgammon table. Okay. Banner, single, medium. A jaunty pennant flutters in the breeze. 10 wood. Okay, I don't have enough resources to do it. Now I'm wondering what purpose this serves or if this is decorative. It's under a category called miscellaneous, so maybe that's not critical. We'll find out. Unmarked graves, the final resting places go. A humble hole in the ground is the least we can hope for. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes. Pyre, commit a body to the hungry flames to reduce mortal remains to dust and ashes. Fence, rustic boundary, useful for organizing crops and livestock, easily penetrated by marauders and wildlife. Okay, sounds like this is just like it says, just for livestock. Oh, for crops, maybe it keeps animals out of your farm area. All right, what else we got? Warfare, stick trap, and wooden merlon. Wooden stockades have offered valid protection from ingress down the ages. Ingress. Stick trap, sharpened stakes, laid ready to skewer unfortunate victims. Okay, where is our stockpile? Okay, there it is. Default. Right on cue. Default stockpile. We need to do that, so let's grab it. Let's see how this works. Select variant. Okay. Default, dumping, and warfare. I think we probably want this default, right? And then what do I do? Let's take a look at our map. As we pull back, we get a little bit of a foggy appearance. So here is the end of our map. It looks like we're kind of isometric here, or in a diamond shape. It's not real big yet. Now, I don't know if this expands as we explore, or if this is the map. We have some different elevations here, and looks like we have some different supplies kind of laying on the ground that we can pick up as well. No real buildings to speak of. Looks like some crops. Does this show us? Not yet. All right, let's try that num key, right? Num 5 takes us back to the center. Is that the center? I thought it was num 5. I don't know. Where are our people now? There we go. Let's put a stockpile right nearby. It's as good as any. Let's just see how this works. I do not know. How about we don't cover up that, whatever it is. How about an 8x8? Boom. And then let's go ahead and hit play. And I'll escape to get, I'm going to right click to get out of the build menu. Escape to get out of that, actually. Okay, I'm going to turn down the sound here. All right, cut plants, chop. Designate full-grown trees to be chopped down. Cut plants. Deconstruct. Mark buildings for deconstruction. Cancel. Harvest. Designate plants to be harvested. That sounds like something wise to do. Why don't we do some of that? Let's harvest some of these mushrooms here. What is this? Right click. All right, we got people doing some stuff. Red currant shrub. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Currants. Okay, current growth phase is budding. Maximum yield 2 days. Ooh. Maximum yield in 2 days, 7 hours. Now, I don't know if I should be waiting 2 days, 7 hours to actually send people off to actually harvest that stuff. Current growth phase mature. I guess these can all be harvested. Harvest. What we got here? Tall grass, ripe. Guessing we should harvest some of this stuff. Can I harvest all that? It looks like I got to use the other tool, maybe? Where is that marked? Looks like that's marked to be harvested. These guys hopefully... Well, it looks like they're bringing supplies here. So we got our currants and we got our mushroom pile. All right, let's pause and check out what it's telling us to do up here in the top right. Tutorial, forbid allow. Open the almanac for more details. Let's do it. Okay, forbid allow. Settlers will not interact with items that are marked as forbidden. Forbidden items will have a forbidden sign over them. You can allow forbidden items by using the allow order or by selecting the item and selecting the allow action. All right. Stockpilers, settlers need somewhere to store resources. Okay, this is the tutorial probably that we skipped. You need to designate a stockpile zone. Choose the default stockpile from the panel in the lower left of the screen. Place stockpiles under roofs or inside to slow down resources decay. So it sounds like the food or anything we put in a stockpile is going to decay. They're suggesting we put a roof on top of that. Let's see if we could actually do such a thing. Thatched roof. Okay, roof fashioned from bundles of hay laid flat and pinned with wooden rods, rustic and waterproof. Okay, it says it needs 8 hay, not enough allowed resources. All right. So these little guys, I think we want to unforbiddenize these. Toggle allow forbid. Okay, so we just set that one free. I'm not sure why these are all marked forbidden. Can I select them all? All right, let's do that. I'm not sure why they are initially forbidden. Maybe we'll find out and this is a horrible idea, but I'm going to unforbid them all. I'm going to hit play. Okay, they're picking up some goods here. It looks like they're starting to move everything into the stockpile. So we were thinking about trying to cover this thing. Wooden wall takes 5 wood. Why don't we mark some trees for chopping? And we'll just do this random. I'm not sure what is the best approach. Like I said, I've watched no videos and played no game. And nothing of this yet. Okay, what do we got here? Clay, forbidden. I think that forbidden may just be to keep your workers from just doing stuff, a bunch of stuff at random, but I'm not sure yet. We got something glowing over here. What is this? What is that? Is it telling us? Okay, if we look over in the bottom left, it's telling us we got some iron here. Let's pause. Construction. Okay, your settlers need somewhere to live. Start by placing some wooden walls from the base panel F1 in a rectangle, then adding a wooden door and a thatched roof over it. Place sleeping spots from the furniture panel inside so your settlers have somewhere to sleep. All right. And then just out of curiosity, let's launch the almanac. Where is that? This guy. And see if it tells us the exact same thing. Production, base, no, okay. So this is telling us everything about every like item in the game, it looks like. Construction, tutorial, welcome, camera control, world layers, game speed, stockpile, orders, construction. Yeah, that's the one we just saw. Okay, so all of this is in the tutorial section. I'll hit play again. We're gathering some wood. Now they're telling us we need to build some houses. I don't want to build on top of a resource. Ivy shrub, current growth phase dead. We got a couple dead ivies. Let's build, like they said, I think they said a wooden wall and a small rectangle. Let's do it. I'm not sure how big this should go. Boom, and they said a door as well. Wooden door here. Rotate. R key seems to work for that. Not sure if there is a right or wrong way to have the door open. How about... Sure, right there. They're building pretty fast. How about a window? I don't know if we need glass or some special material for that. Wooden wall to close this guy up. And then I think they said, yeah, beds. They're complaining about beds. Pause real quick. The number of beds needs to match the number of settlers. Build some beds so your settlers can get a good night's sleep. All right, we shall do that. Before I do that, let me mark some more trees. I'm kind of wondering if we're going to get a forester or somebody to plant more trees. So I'm kind of marking these a little aggressively. But we'll see as we go. All right, play. And then let's go build the beds if we can. I'll right click to get out of that. And let's go, we're in furniture, wooden table, hay sleeping spot. That's got to be a bed, right? Wooden table small, wooden torch, clay brazier, a clay container filled with glowing wood or charcoal for warmth. All right, wooden table medium, wooden stool, hay sleeping spot. Just one step up from sleeping on dirt. Hay thrown down as a place to rest. All right, that's going to have to do, fellas and ladies. All right, guys, you can sit over there and the lady can be a little further away and safe distance from these heathens. Let's, especially the creepy doctor guy. Let's go ahead and put a bed there. Just for funds. So we got 3 villagers. They're working away. Giliana says thank you for placing me near the window. What else? Tutorial orders. Let's look at this one. Issue orders to your settlers with the order tool in the lower right corner. Okay, try selecting the chop tool and drag it over some trees. We've done that. That's all good. Not enough beds. They're being built. What else can we harvest? What is this? Current growth phase ripe. Tall grass. Now cut, I'm guessing removes it permanently, but I don't know. I'm going to try harvest and see. Does anything happen? It looks, I mean, it's not letting me do cut again. Okay, these guys are hammering away. This guy is getting a little unhappy. Let's pause. Despicable field doctor. Da, da, da. What is his story? Hit points look good, well rested, mood is neutral, food not hungry, schedule anything. Okay, these are just some inventory, skills, lots of detail here. Food, okay, stats, more stats. This looks like kind of the status. Food, religious activities. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to build that, right? This guy needs... Actually, let's check that out. He needs... Where is it? Is it here? Trying to see what did he needed in terms of the religious stuff. That was probably this religious alignment, right? Okay, he needs a Church of Restitution Shrine or Chapel. So Restitution Shrine, and I think Giliana needed the other one, the Oak or whatever. She needs, yeah, they require an Oak Brethren Shrine. So we're going to have to build both of those shrines to keep these guys happy. And then this guy didn't require anything, I don't think. What did he need? Oh, no, he does need Church of Restitution. All right. All right, let's play. And see what they come up with. Hopefully we're harvesting some hay at some point. Got a lot of things marked. Okay, yeah, he's gathering something, right? I guess we could check his inventory. What are you collecting? Let's pause before he does it. Does he have anything in his hands? Don't see anything. Just looking to see if we are actually harvesting that hay now, or what he did with it. If he did. Not seeing anything. I might be going too fast, but I don't see any inventory here. Do you? Mass carried nothing. All right. Maybe he just was swatting at it. All right. There we go. Let's see. He is building the bed, so I'm guessing he must have grabbed some of that hay, right? There it is, a hay pile. Can I harvest this? Do I got to do them one at a time? I do. So I select it. Yeah, I do. Oh man, bummer. Can I can't multi-select these? Ooh, I did cut. Okay, I guess, yeah, I'm harvesting. Let's cut this one. We got a row of 3. I'm going to choose the cut. Oh, they're only giving me one option for these, cut. And then these ones actually have the harvest. The ones that are yellow have the harvest option. So that must be the way to go. We've got the beds. We just got a status message. I kind of missed it. We're getting to the end of this first episode. Let's pause. Okay. Giliana Lane botany skill is now level 8. And let's take a quick look. Well, in next episode, let's take a look at what's going on here in the top left. We'll take a look here, and then it'd be nice to see if we can find out if there is a log of where all the status messages are that pop up, because I'm not going to pay attention to those probably too well, and we'll want to check those out. But yeah, we're off to a decent start. We got our 3 initial settlers, I guess I'll call them. We've got an initial bunkhouse where they're all kind of hanging out. We set up a stockpile, and they moved our initial materials. It looks like we had a bunch of stuff sitting in the ground. We still have a little bit here. They moved those all into the stockpile, so that's cool. We marked a bunch of trees for chopping, because I'm guessing we're going to need a lot of wood, and there's some wood and sticks laying around here that need to be picked up at some point. But yeah, we just scratched the surface. That's it for episode 1. This is Going Medieval. It's just now coming up on release. I think it releases June 1st, 2021. Yeah, so far, so good. Looks cool. I really like the art style. And boy, looks like it's going to have a lot of detail for us. Look at all these little tabs here for each character in your game. Lots of details. Now, hopefully that won't become too overwhelming. We will find out. We can always pause, and I'll be doing plenty of that. So for now, if you like this content, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It helps my tiny channel grow. And this is Glidercat signing off, saying thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.